As we head towards earnings season, I think the market is underestimating how good the results could be for Coinbase. And part of the reason for that is the company's growth in stablecoins. And this is, I think, going to continue in 2025. The company recently announced they're going to take out loans against Bitcoin. Now that's going to add more leverage to Bitcoin. So don't know where that's going to lead in the future, but these are going to be more revenue sources for Coinbase. The company is becoming much more of an infrastructure company, much more of a financial services company, competing with other more established companies, but using the blockchain to be the differentiator. So I think that's going to bode well for the company. So I'm going to go through a couple of trends and their new announcement about Bitcoin loans. My name is Travis Hoium. Thanks for watching Asymmetric Investing. Please subscribe here on YouTube for all my content. And thanks to this video's sponsor, The Motley Fool. If you go to fool.com/ASYM, they'll give you their top 10 stocks to buy right now. Let's start with where the stock has gone because there hasn't been a lot of movement lately for Coinbase. I want to just level set where Coinbase stock is at. $74 billion market cap as I'm recording, but shares haven't really gone much of anywhere since March of 2024. So it'll be interesting to see if we go from this speculation phase, hey, I think things are going to get better for Coinbase too. At the end of 2024, I think this is arguably going to be the company's best quarter in Q4 2024. We'll see how that plays out, but I'll lay out kind of what I'm looking for. I'm going to start here with their recent launch of USDC loans backed with Bitcoin. So what they're going to do is they're going to allow investors to take out a loan, back it with Bitcoin, and this happens on the Base blockchain. They actually convert the Bitcoin to CBBTC, or Coinbase's wrapped Bitcoin. They launched that in September, and then they're going to be able to borrow USDC against that. Initially, you're going to be able to borrow up to $100,000 of USDC, depending on the amount of collateral that a user has, and then that goes into a smart contract that defines the terms of that loan. So a few reasons this is important for Coinbase. One, you have the Base blockchain being used, so they're going to generate sequencer fees from that, going to increase the amount of usage on the Base blockchain. That's the kind of utility that you want to see. If you're an investor in Coinbase, you're going to use a new product, CBBTC, and more importantly, this is going to generate another use case for USDC tokens. USDC is the stable coin that Coinbase built with Circle. They used to own 50% of that Circle or Center consortium, which ran the USDC token. Now Circle runs it, but there's a agreement between them that they share revenue. That's why Coinbase is generating $856 million in revenue over the past 12 months just from stablecoins. But that's going to increase sharply in the fourth quarter. You can see here, this is the market cap. And the reason that this is a good proxy for how much revenue is going to be generated is the assets backing the stablecoin are then invested in things that are going to make money. So like treasuries, savings accounts, there is yield. So if interest rates are not zero, you're going to see yield coming out of this stablecoin. The way that you're going to grow it is by growing the market cap of the stablecoin itself. So since the end of October, you've seen this grow over $10 billion in value to now $47 billion. This trend continues to move higher. So if this continues, the stablecoin business is going to become bigger and bigger for Coinbase, almost 100% margin for them. But let's also not sleep on the core business, or what used to be the core business. That's the exchange. There was $6.9 billion in trading volume in the past 24 hours. As I'm recording, this is volatile over time, but the trend has been higher for the amount of volume that's going through the Coinbase exchange. That is going to generate more fees for Coinbase. And as they move around the world, that's going to drive the company's growth as well. So expect the fourth quarter to be another really big quarter for the exchange business. And I want to put this into context with the historical business that Coinbase has. This is a chart that shows all of their revenue categories going back to 2019. So since before they were public, you can see that in 2021, remember Coinbase was one of the hottest companies on the market. They IPO'd, had an extremely high valuation, but their entire business, almost their entire business was consumer revenue. So trading on the exchange coming from consumers. That has changed dramatically over the past year. Now that revenue is about half of the company's revenue, so still a really big piece of the business, but stable coins are a bigger piece of the business. Blockchain rewards, so things like staking are a bigger piece of the business. Even custodial fees and other subscriptions and services growing in importance for Coinbase. So this is a very different company than you saw in 2021. I think that's why the valuation is much more durable today than it was back then. Thanks to our friends at The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/ASYM for the top 10 stocks to buy right now. So this growth in stable coins and use cases for the blockchain, the increase in the exchange business, I think is all going to bode well for the fourth quarter and for Coinbase's operations in 2025. And if you look at what analysts are expecting, I think the expectations may not have caught up with what the company can actually do. This is just a look at the company's revenue estimates, expecting $5.8 billion in revenue for all of 2024. So obviously 3 of those quarters are already completed. And then only expecting revenue to grow to $6.1 billion in 2025. That's not a big increase in the company's revenue. And if the current momentum continues, we could see a huge revenue beat, and that would likely mean that there could be a huge earnings beat as well. You can see that the estimate for 2024, almost $6 in estimated earnings per share, but that drops in 2025 to $4.82 per share. That's why when you look at the stock, it actually looks relatively expensive, trading for 51 times trailing earnings, 48 times forward earnings. But I think a lot of the momentum that's happening on the exchange with the base blockchain, with stablecoins, that stablecoin one I think is really going to be important. These may not be considered as much as they should by investors. So I think a lot of momentum for Coinbase right now. And what I'm liking is that as you have all of this trading that's going on in meme coins and all the crazy things that are happening there, Coinbase just continues to build the actual utility that the blockchain needs. This is the one company run by Brian Armstrong, who's the adult in the room in cryptocurrencies. Didn't get caught up in all of the FTF stuff, stayed out of some of the trouble that Binance got into. And now more regulatory clarity in the US could mean that there can be real innovation that happens on the blockchain. Like I said, the short-term moves is going to be in things like meme coins. But long-term, I don't think you want to have a business like Coinbase building itself on those kinds of products. You want to have real utility, real disruption of the financial system. That is what Coinbase is building. That's why announcements like the use of the base blockchain, borrowing Bitcoin and doing wrap Bitcoin on the base blockchain, and the growth in USDC tokens, all really good news for the company. Be sure to subscribe here and check back when Coinbase announces results. That's not going to be for a few weeks, but I think as investors are looking at opportunities in cryptocurrencies right now, this is really where the biggest opportunity is, because Coinbase is not a company that's going to just be trading based on momentum. There is actually real fundamentals, real value behind the company and the stock. And I continue to think that this is likely the best play in crypto today. But let me know what you think about Coinbase, what they're building, and what you expect from the fourth quarter. Leave those comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to Asymmetric Investing. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you here next time.